Switch. Unmute. There you go.
I'm live.
You are.
Well, hello there.
Hello.
That was nice.
Yes, it was.
Hi.
Okay.
Do you want to introduce?
You're really not with it today, huh? Okay. Hi everyone. Welcome to all the films we judged before. I'm Katie. That over there is Lily Kay. It's been a day. I've been at work. Lily's had a day. It's been a day. So
We don't like this day. Not because it's it's a good day because it's our premiere day usually, but also this day can suck my.
It's fine.
Dad. But yes, I will put myself together. I promise. It's coming, and also it's Twitter beeping in the background. I think someone shared the post or whatever. So come and watch us. It's us.
I mean, it seems a bit counterproductive to say come and watch us to the people who hopefully are already watching us. But YouTube tells me 4 people are watching now, so hello. If you're watching, feel free to say things in the chat. I'm looking at it.
Yes, Kate does. I don't, because then my internet goes, no, fuck you. You can't do 2 things at once, especially if it's Zoom and something else. So it's Katie's job to read your comments and whatever. Not mine. No, Anyway, before we get into it, this question is very important. What did you watch last week?
Did I watch anything last week? This is the question I have. Oh, no, I did. Okay. I started watching Under the Banner of Heaven, which is Andrew Garfield's
the Andrew Garfield
series, where he plays a Mormon detective. He's not just the detective part is also important, but the Mormon part is very important because it was in. So it's based on a book in which the true crime part, the crime that happened within the story did happen. Okay. Like it's a real thing. But his character in this series has been created for the sake of the narrative. So there's that. I watched the first 2 episodes. It's really good. It's been a while since it's got a proper little True Detective vibe. I feel like
nice.
It's nice. Apparently, a 3rd episode went up today, and I've been
something to watch then.
I was going to say I'm going to do that after I finish this.
Good.
But yeah,
I didn't even know that was already out.
The first 2 episodes dropped last week on FX on Hulu.
I will have to check it out then, because it's Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, that's kind of. I found the trailer for it a little while ago because of that. I say a little while ago. It was like 2 months ago or something like that, and I went, yes, I will be watching this, and I am. What a wild.
Easy then.
So wild. Yeah.
So wild. We live such a wild life.
I don't think I've watched anything else though. No, I've just been catching up on Critical Role more than anything, I feel like.
Fair. That's fair. I watched. Did we talk since then? I mean, on the podcast? I don't think we did.
Just keep going.
Yeah. I watched Heartstopper.
Oh, no, we haven't talked since then.
Okay. Which is very lovely, and it feels very real, which is in parts very sad. It's still not as it should be, but it was just heartwarming. I was watching it while I was drawing, which is it's always a good thing to do. And once again, it stopped me from drawing, so that means it was good because I was concentrating on it more than I did on the drawing. But I did finish the drawing, just so you know that I am cool. Just saying.
The only person who's putting the pressure on you to like be something because you've done something is you. I don't know how many times I can tell you this.
I don't know. Anyway, I watched that.
I've heard only good things about it. I just
It's very good.
it was one of those things that like the moment it came out, everybody was like, "This is amazing," and I went, "Oh no."
No, no.
Just it's like, what if I watch it and I hate it? That kind of like thing.
You
Which
won't.
I almost definitely won't, but it's like it's always in the back of my head.
Well, obviously with everything, I'm the same. I'm like, oh, what if I'm gonna hate it? That's gonna be
I'm a bit
awful.
terrified of going to see Everything Everywhere All at Once because that comes out next week, and I've heard nothing but
Fuck
like
you.
rave reviews.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh god. What if I don't like it? But then I thought the same thing about Parasite, and I ended up, I mean, Parasite was incredible.
Well,
so
it's incredible.
yeah,
It is. Yeah, it happens.
sure it'll
But
be
yeah.
great.
At
Yeah.
least you're gonna see it. I have to wait until it comes out on Blu-ray. So because they're not gonna bring it here. Yay! Happy days. But I finally watched his Dark Materials season 2.
Oh, I haven't finished season 1.
Oh god.
No, but here's the thing. I have 1 episode left, but I know what happens in that episode, so I just didn't watch it.
Why would you I can't understand. My friend does this all the time.
I mean, I wasn't that invested in it anyway, to be fair. I mean, I did like it. It's not like but it was just sort of like, especially when it's a week to week thing, and it was like, I don't know. I do badly when I know something absolutely terrible is going to happen within a narrative. I will sometimes put it off for a while. I didn't watch the end of the first campaign to Critical Role for 2 months because I knew what was going to happen. And I was like, nope. I am not emotionally prepared for that.
Well, I wasn't prepared for this one either, so I cried my eyes out at the last episode, and I think they were completely unfair. I don't know if it happens the same way in the book, but if it does, I'm not going to read that book. That's
For the first season or the second season?
Second season.
Okay, I have no idea what happens in the second season though. That's quite fun.
It's heartbreaking. So I was pretty pissed off. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, why? Just
Is there another?
Why would you do this?
Another child die? Are we killing
no,
more children?
No child. No, someone. Well, more than one people dies. So, and yeah,
more death.
more death. It's like, yay, happy days. But we did get to see a tiny bit of James McAvoy at the end. Like, he wasn't in the season at all. Only
I believe
in
that's
the
what
last
his
2
character's
minutes.
like in the books as well. He just sort of pops in to be a menace every once in a while.
That's fair. That's what I heard as well. So I wasn't that pissed off about that. But they did bring in.
When's season 3 coming out?
It should be this year.
I was gonna say it should be like at some point, right? Because I feel like it's been a while.
Yeah. It should be this year, 20.
Currently, there's no official air date. Okay, thank you, Digital Spy. That's all I needed to know. I have to imagine it'll be a summer thing.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, I watched that, and then I rewatched Avatar because
Blue people.
Avatar. Yeah, I love them. I love my blue people, and I loved it again, even though I watched it like 100 times at this point. But I don't care. I love it, and I can't wait to go back after my birthday. 2 days after my birthday.
That is the December movie this year. Huh?
Yeah, I'm so happy. I always get so many nice movies during my birthday.
Maybe I should watch it again for the first time in 13 years.
There you go. Go ahead. I watch it every year, like twice at least.
Hang on. What part of the year did Avatar come out in?
2009.
Yeah, but what half of the year? Because this then changes the question.
I think it was again around December.
Okay, in which case I was 12.
Then you should definitely refresh your memories.
I have things on my time hop of me being like, I loved Avatar, and I was like, I did, okay.
You did. There you go.
I mean, I have vague memories of being like, yeah, that was really good and enjoying it. I have nothing against Avatar. I just don't remember it.
I watched it so many times, and it still takes my breath away. So it worked for me, definitely.
Wait, hang on. I was like, does that count as some copyright shit?
fine.
It was mumbled enough. I think we got away with it.
I think we did. I also watched Doctor Strange, and I'm gonna talk about that next week. I'm gonna have a
Wait, have you
guest.
the new one?
The
You've
new
seen
one,
it
yeah.
already? Okay.
Yeah. I had a
Sneaky little preview.
but I'm only gonna spoil this. I loved it, but I am very disappointed as well.
Interesting. I'm still not that fussed about it. I still haven't watched the movie. I'm gonna do it this weekend, or like maybe tomorrow, after I finish work. I don't know. So
You definitely should.
before Sunday, I'm gonna watch it. Thing is, I've now had even my best friend tell me I have to watch at least 2 episodes of What If, and I'm like, for fuck's sake,
Yep.
stop making
That's
me
also
watch
true.
things.
It's all connected, Katie. It's all connected.
It's so much effort. I already have this issue with Star Wars.
It's so much effort, but you love watching things, so you know.
I
you just
know,
have to-
but I'm the one in charge of when I watch things, not other people.
You like Marvel.
I do, but I was never that interested in the What If stuff. Like even when it came out, I was a bit like, eh. And I've always been a bit eh on Doctor Strange, and it passed me by so much. It hasn't. It's just been so like, yeah, at some point.
God, I wish Ryan would be here. Anyway.
Wow, thanks.
Sorry. It's only because then we could roast you that you haven't watched Doctor Strange like we did in the WandaVision episode, which you can watch.
Which was a year ago, and I still haven't watched Doctor Strange.
I know, which is Ryan, please hear me. Just pop in.
Yeah, fuck it. I have until 8:30 on Sunday to apparently get up to speed.
Yes, then do it. You're gonna be nice and fresh, because we have to talk about it. That's our next episode on the podcast.
I mean, it's like, you know, I'm gonna be watching the movie. I bought the ticket already.
That's a good sign. And we're happy about that. You're watching it on Sunday, and then we're gonna talk about it on Monday.
Yeah, I made sure it's nice and fresh.
Yeah,
also, I'm working from home from Monday, so it'd be much easier for me to get into doing this.
There you go. Yeah, that's all I watched. So let's get into our very spoiler-filled Moon Knight review.
And that was spoiler-filled and not spoiler-free, which is what I thought she was going to say. And then I just, you know, my brain went and filled in the blanks before you finished the sentence, and I was like, no!
No, it's the other way
Spoiler
around.
filled. There's lots of spoilers.
Lots of spoilers.
I'm going to spoil the whole thing. There's
Yes.
6 episodes. Go watch them at your leisure and then come back. So this will still be here, but I mean, also we appreciate you being here now if you are, because that's nice too.
It's very nice. We do love it. But first of all, what did you think altogether? That's my first.
Altogether, I thought it was great. I mean, I thought I was going to like it anyway. My main sort of the thing I was kind of holding my breath on was the depiction of his DID, which I thought they did very well. I am once again holding my breath a little bit on that post-credit scene with just but we can go into that a little bit when we talk about the whole thing properly. Hey, Anthony. I wasn't sure if I was going to just call you
Anthony.
Both. Hey, buddy. Oh,
hello.
Thank you, Anthony. Apparently we can all relax now.
Okay, good.
God bless.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you're just in time. We've just started talking about Moon Knight.
Yeah. That's how you do it.
Yeah. But yes, overall, I thought it was really, really good. That episode 5 was fucking extraordinary. I genuinely think it was so beautiful. And then they kind of fucked it a little bit with episode 6. Not entirely. Like that's a bit of a harsh. Last episode was rushed. Is what I mean. It was quite rushed, and it was like, so much of this could have been like really enjoyable if you'd kind of let it sit for way longer. But there were lots of bits in it that I did like a lot. In that last episode, it's just rushed. It was rushed for me, which made me sad, and also was like, it feels like Marvel can't quite stick the landing in their last episodes. It's like they don't know how to finish them. I've had this with pretty much every single one of their episodes, the last episodes of the seasons, where I've been a bit like, Why was the pacing on this was so fucked up?
Well, they are new to making TV shows.
Yeah, it's just like you guys gotta fix that.
I think they are getting there. I definitely think that if I have to choose from all of the Marvel shows, which one had the best ending, it's a tie between. I really liked Loki's ending.
I was gonna say I think Loki's ending did a pretty decent job.
Yeah, but that was big. I'm not gonna lie. For me, that was because of Jonathan Majors. So
But it also kind of let everything. It had breath in it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You had moments that kind of played out for a long time. The thing that disappointed me with the last episode was the fact that as beautiful, and I'm going to go really into it now, as beautiful as that speech that Mark gave to Stephen was, it happened so fast into the episode, and like that kind of thing was resolved so quickly. I was a bit like, I didn't have a chance to actually get emotional about this. Like it was like, oh, all right, we're already okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we're moving forward, which is good, but also I would have liked it to be a bit more difficult. I want my shows to beat me up a bit more,
Like to suffer.
I mean, but that's the point, isn't it? A little bit. You kind of want it to pull at your heartstrings properly if it's going to do that, instead of being like, right, we've done that, moving on to the fight stuff, which was very good, admittedly. I did very much enjoy a lot of the fight stuff in that last episode. But yeah. Anyway, those are just the small amounts of complaints. I know that pacing is hard, but like they're Marvel.
They are, but they are new to this again. Like they'll protect.
It's not like a tiny group of people who are like, shit, we have never figured out how to pace things. They can hire people.
Oh well, it's gonna get better. We have so many shows to come. I'm sure.
Yeah,
sure it's gonna improve.
I hope so. Anyway, what do you think? Reverse.
Reverse. I loved it. I think it's easily in the top 3 for me from the TV show section. It's Oscar Isaac who
fucking
just
brilliant.
carried the whole thing all the way through. Like, of course, I didn't sleep on any of the other cast members in there, but like Oscar makes it just so. It's he had the best chemistry with himself.
and
I was like, why is this working so much? Oh, that's right, because Oscar is great and he's doing the best fucking job.
Julia, that's why.
It was like I'm in love with Stephen. I'm not gonna lie.
He's such
like
a sweet boy.
Stephen is the sweetest of sweet. My brother told me that I have a fetish for weird boys, and I was like, Stephen is not weird, okay?
Stephen's just a guy.
He's just a guy, and he's adorable, and I want to just grab his face and just
and wants good things with him. Looks after his little fish. And that's,
he's just the purest.
That was what he was created for.
Yeah. He's so pure and just lovely. And just, I just want to hug him. That's it. I just want to hug Stephen.
So I remember when the trailer came out, I really wasn't convinced about the accent. Like, it sounded really bad when I first saw that trailer.
Purpose.
But like, this is my point though. When I listened, I was like, this is really odd.
Yeah.
But the moment he does it in the show, I was like, oh, this works. Why is that the case? It was very bizarre. Like the moment I was like, oh, this makes sense now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm so used to this, and it's like, it isn't actually as bad as I thought it was initially. It just for some reason sounded worse when I heard that trailer for the first time. But no, the accents, the explanation of Wagwan was not something I was expecting to hear. That's fair. So London.
Fair. That's fair.
And also something I would never say because I'm very Southern and British. Well, no, British. You understand. I'm Southern.
I got you. But yeah, altogether, I really liked it. I think everyone did an amazing job in it. Like, I loved the music. I loved how the story unfolded. Although I was half convinced that they gonna pull like a twist on us, uh, and it really is gonna turn out that it was all in his head.
No,
Like,
you know what's really funny? Okay, I'm gonna get into a couple more specific things now, if that sounds good to you.
yeah.
That the end of episode 4, when it goes from that place, when after he gets shot and he suddenly turns up in the psychiatric ward, and he's like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, I have two possibilities here, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm technically right on both counts. I was like, either this is the inner world, which is something that is when it comes to DID, it's where it's sort of all the alters kind of exist within the host, and this is like the manifestation of that for Mark, or this is oh god, I can never remember what it's called. Dowit, the place where what it ended up being, where your heart gets weighed to see if you can proceed on into the afterlife. From technically Anubis. And I was like, when the next episode, when kind of everything happened, I was like, how was I? I was right on both counts. I was right on both counts.
You were.
I was very pleased with myself anyway.
Yeah, I believe you. I was pretty sure that they're gonna twist the whole thing, and it's just gonna be like, it was all in his head at the end, and I don't know if I would have been pissed off by
No,
him.
I would have been hugely pissed off, I think.
I don't think I would have been. I'm not sure. I'm not. Well, it didn't turn out to be that, but I'm not sure. They just did it so well. Like, the whole thing was like, okay, I can see how you would fuck with us, basically, and turn this into a whole. It was all a dream, which I really want someone to do at one point. Like,
nobody likes that trope, Lily.
I do.
Nobody wants that.
I don't mind it, but yeah. Anyway, I think the what I liked most was definitely episode 5. Like, that was
really
like
was a high point.
The high point of the whole thing. It broke my heart multiple times. Like, I think I cried during the whole episode. It was like,
I mean, this doesn't entirely surprise me.
No, but still, I have to say it for the new people out there. I cry a lot on everything.
She does.
I do, and this one in particular, I think it was just so beautifully done. Like, the whole thing, how they managed to show, the trauma of it all, and the mother was.
She joins the ranks of bad mums or bad parents in the MCU.
Yes, it's
but
just
I appreciate the fact that like I said, it's been I think pretty decent in its representation of this disorder, because I mean, so often it's like it's used as a gimmick, I guess. But I think the kind of temples of the stuff that were there, like because the things I was looking out for things like the idea only manifests in people who've been through extended trauma throughout their childhood. Like that's where it comes from. It only extends from childhood. And that was shown quite well. I also appreciate it because I appreciated the fact that they managed to give you a sense of what that trauma was without making it like, I guess, trauma porn would be the closest thing. I did see an article that was like they still aren't, that Marvel aren't pushing hard enough on that sort of thing, and I was like, honestly, on this case, I think it's better that they didn't.
Yeah,
because I think you could very easily go too far in that. I didn't cry at the episode, but I did sit there afterwards, just like, just like hollow. Just like, oh, this is so much. Also love the fact that they've canonically made him Jewish. That made me very
Yeah.
happy. I saw a
Yeah.
lot of people being like, before the series came out, they're like, oh, they're just going to erase his Jewishness, and I was like,
No.
I guess we'll find out. But I think it was an understandable worry because I believe that they've done that with characters before, at least like in Disney properties. It's been notably
Yeah.
either erasing Jewish heritage or being genuinely anti-Semitic. But it was like he mentioned Shiva, and then he came out wearing a yarmulke, and I was like, he's Jewish.
He is
Jewish.
Jewish.
Jewish in the MCU.
Yeah.
That scene was, God, it was so much. Him like just collapsing and then getting up and Steve, and I was like, oh man.
Yeah. I think that was like the 4th time there where I was like, just why? Don't even get me started on the fact when Stephen fell off the boat.
Jesus Christ, I was like, no, you can't leave Stephen there. But it was also part of the reason why I was kind of disappointed in episode 6, because I would have liked that reunion to be a bit more earned.
Yeah.
Because it was, I mean, the speech was so good. I almost kind of wish that speech had come in episode 5 somehow.
I don't agree. I have to say.
Well, I just mean in that I would have already been in that place for it, because it happened so quickly at the beginning of episode 6. I'm like, I have to get back into that emotional space, and I'm not there now, because it's been a week, right? It's been a whole week since the last one happened. You've kind of rushed me back. You've kind of gone, all right, and be where you were a week ago when you watched that last episode.
Yeah.
I don't know what it must be like watching it all at once. Maybe it might be a bit more effective.
Possibly. It's very possible, but I didn't mind it at all, because it felt like that's what he needed to understand that he needs Stephen.
It's not so much. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm not articulating it properly. It was just more the emotional thread that I was missing at that point.
Yeah. Oh, I was crying, so it worked for me. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ!
I'm so like, it has to be so particular for me to actually like feel it properly. And like the moment the episode started, I was like, this feels fast. Like the rhythm feels really off, and I find it very difficult to be involved like emotionally in something when I feel like the pacing's off.
I think it's now very clear that I like 6 episodes, but it doesn't work for these shows.
No,
especially when they introduce completely new characters. So I think Moon Knight as well would have benefited from an 8-episode run. 2 more.
I don't even know. I just feel like that last episode could have been like 20 minutes longer, and actually I would have been fine. I don't mind, and we can get into this now. I don't mind the tease of like Jake Lockley, as long as we're going to get more at some point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, he's been there. I
know he's been there the whole time, but I'm
like,
I want to see him.
I know,
to me.
I know, but I love, if you watch. I don't know if you know this or not.
I've read little bits and pieces, but like not a whole bunch.
If you watch back episode 5,
oh yeah, I picked that up immediately.
Yeah, I was like, that's not Mark or Steven.
It's like, Mark and Steven were already there. I'm like, let him out.
Well, him. That's one, but there's the scene when he's back with the doc and his nose is broken. Yes,
I was wondering about that.
That's Jake.
That's Jake.
That's Jake.
That is that.
That's Jake. And he if you listen, he speaks differently. There
was a moment in that last bit where he's kind of switching between Stephen and where I was like, that accent's different. Like the
It is.
American accent is that's not Mark.
Nope. No. So Jake does pop up very. It's beautifully done by Oscar Isaac, because I had to go back on the episode and listen to it again. I was like, hold on.
Because it's specifically that last one where he kind of switched from
Yeah.
Steven into what I think it was meant to kind of we were meant to assume it was Mark, but I was listening to it, I was like, that sounds like kind of weirdly New York. That in a way that, hang on a second. Oh,
It's
sorry.
that kind of day, people. Coughing and sneezing.
No, my throat just suddenly got real dry. Yeah, no, I was like, that accent's different. It hits different on the ear. There's something going on there. I loved the shot of him kicking over the wheelchair.
Jake, you asshole.
Just like, fuck this.
It's on.
I will say that this is where I get sort of, I understand that this is not the way he's represented in the comics, and I don't think this is the way that it's going to be represented in the if they do more in the show. At least I fucking hope not. But that sense of like the evil alter that is like just sort of there to kill people and is like a danger to other, I don't know, that bugs the shit out of me because it's not a thing. It's like,
well, that's where fiction comes in,
but like that's the way that it's been represented so much. It's that thing of like when you do a version of representation so much that is that damaging, it's like that's what people think it is, right? It's part of the reason why I've seen there were so many people with the idea after Split came out. They were like, please don't, this is awful for us, like this is such terrible, there's no monster version that's going to go around kidnapping and killing people, this is not a real thing. And the fact that you keep making versions of multiple personality things where this is a thing is harmful to us. That's that. And but what I think it feels more like they're doing in this is that he is entirely his own person. He just also happens to be a killer.
Yeah.
Which feels like a separate, instead of like,
yeah.
You know, it's the sense of nuance that comes with it that is, but it just worries me. It worries me. We don't know what it's going to be like yet, but it worries me. I want him to be as fully fleshed out and interesting and as involved as the other two, as opposed to just sort of being this guy who just is there to kill people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, he did save their lives.
But that's the thing. I think is the interesting thing is every time they forcibly popped up, he was protecting them.
Yeah.
Which is like,
yeah, that's the nuance there. So Jake is a very interesting character.
People seem to really, really like him from what I've seen on the webs. So I'm like, okay,
yeah, he's great. Jake is it's going to be interesting to see. God knows what they're going to do, if they're going to do because they didn't tease a season 2 like they did with Loki.
I know. That's why my very angry tweet.
Yeah,
after I finished the episode.
We don't know. We don't know at this point what's going to happen with Moon Knight. Maybe he's going to have a movie.
I want to meet Jake.
I think it's very successful once again, so I don't think they're going to leave it like this. Or at least I hope not. That would be very frustrating.
I heard you motherfuckers give me a crumb of Lockley and you're not even going to tell us if we're getting another season.
Yeah.
Not a crumb.
Yeah. Just a tiny bit. But, it's enough to feed your mind and be like, ooh, I'm interested in this again.
Yeah. Layla. We should talk about Layla, who I'm in love with.
I figured you will be.
I love her. That's it.
That's it? That was quick.
No, I adore her. I did think the bit in the last episode where the girl was like, are you an Egyptian superhero? And she said, I am. I was a bit like, that's a bit hammy.
I didn't mind that. Especially after what the director tweeted, that his little girl is now, she always wanted to straighten her hair because she didn't see anyone with the same hair as her and the same ethnicity.
Yeah.
And now she has someone, and she's
Yeah,
proudly curly, and I'm like,
that
oh,
is wonderful. I'm not bashing the sentiment. I'm just sort of, it feels a bit sort of like, look, we did a thing. I'm like, you don't even need to comment on it. We can just appreciate it for what it is.
yeah, I didn't mind it at all. I was like,
It just made me go
Yeah.
a bit, okay.
I mean, you did
this.
you did this with Imagine Dragons showing up in Arcane.
I mean, yeah, but that was so. It was so jarring.
We got shit for that in the comment section.
Oh, I know. Somebody was like, but and I had it fully intended to be like, I don't know what the other one is. You hear this one at the beginning of every episode. That's why it's jarring. It's fine.
It's fine. It's okay.
It's fine.
I didn't mind that. I actually love that scene. I was like, oh, yes.
But I mean, she's fucking brilliant. I loved her sort of dual talking as I can never. How do you say her name? Is it Tawet?
You asking me? It's horrible with names. I think you said it right, to be honest.
Yeah,
but,
it's.
I don't even dare to say her name, so I'm like, yeah,
I can't.
sure.
Yeah, Taweret, something like that.
Something like that.
But
her
dual sort of, that was brilliant. She did that incredibly.
Yeah.
And also the outfit when she came out, I was like, that's hot. And then she brought out the wings, I went, that's hot.
Yeah, it's very. I love that outfit. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh,
yeah. I was a big fan. I also like the fact that it doesn't feel super like superhero-y. I guess.
Feels Egyptian.
Egyptian. And then I didn't catch this because people are smarter than I am. But when she pulled out the wings, it's like she becomes a little scarab, and I was like, oh, that's adorable, and I'm feeling things again.
Yeah, she was great. I will also say that Ethan Hawke was fucking brilliant.
Also brilliant.
I've really enjoyed what he did here. I am very sad that it looks like we're not going to see him again.
He's dead now.
He's dead now, and that's a waste of a good Ethan Hawke. I'm going to say that. Like, I would have enjoyed seeing him again, but we have the multiverse now, so anything can happen.
One of the things I liked about this show is actually how separate it was from everything else, because I think there's. For now. But I kind of don't want it. But that's also part of the reason why he signed up for it, was that it wasn't really to do with anything else that was going on.
That's true.
I mean, it was nice. There was like very small references to other things, like Tawet talking about the ancestral plane. I think that's probably the most like actually in your face like reference throughout the entire thing. And even then, that wasn't exactly in your face. I liked the fact that it felt like its own sort of little bubbled thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's Marvel, so anything can happen. I'm just saying that.
I know. I'm aware of the Beast.
Good.
I know the Beast, but I'm just commenting that I enjoyed the fact that it was its kind of its own little.
I did too, and I'm gonna say I didn't, because it was very good, and I didn't miss anyone showing up, because there were rumors.
You didn't need it.
It didn't need it, yeah. So I was like, yeah, I don't mind. It's fine, honestly. I love the visuals. I will also point that out. Like, they were so good. I've always had like a tiny bit of obsession with the Egyptian gods and whatnot. So,
this doesn't surprise me too much, knowing that you were also a dinosaur kid. Like, nothing about this. That's part and parcel of the.
Yeah, that's true. So, it was. It was like I was back in my childhood again, seeing these gods coming alive, and this whole story was just like, Huh. It's good. I like it. I very much enjoyed it, and yeah, I think altogether it was very nicely put together. I loved the writing on it. I think the acting was A+ on everyone's part. Like I can't complain about anyone at all. Khonshu is like I still can't decide if I like him or not.
I mean, he's very fun as like
He
a
is.
kind of character. I love that somebody made this joke, so I am stealing it a little bit. But I did
Yeah.
see a post that was like, it, like couldn't stand Steven, but like the drip was good, so he stole that from him, like the whole outfit.
Yeah.
He was like, "That's not a bad idea." I won't lie to you.
Yeah.
That you are annoying as hell, but I'll take that as a
I did.
concept.
Yeah, come. I mean, it's a very cool outfit. Let's be fair.
I am obsessed with the fact, like, well, after when he was like, "Oh, we've got some new skills, we can't wait to show you," and he
Yeah.
like that. I love that whole sequence with the amazing. It's the fact that he then like straightened his suit before. I mean, I loved it. I loved it.
Obviously, it's a suit.
It's the...
yes. But yeah. So altogether, very very good Marvel again. Thank you. We appreciate it. I am now very excited. Well, I already watched Doctor Strange, so
I'll get to it.
yes. But I am now very excited for Miss Marvel, which is the next one coming out at the end of May, I believe, or something, or June.
I think it's June.
Is it June?
I think
Maybe
it's
it's June.
I don't
Yes,
think
because it's gonna end
I imagine it's going
when
to start
Thor
around.
comes out. Yeah.
I was going to say, I imagine it's going to start around the time Kenobi finishes.
I guess so. Something like that. Yeah.
Like they don't tend to overlap those two.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah. But anyway, that's going to be something to look forward to. And then we're going to have Thor, which is like, you know, it's Thor. It's like, I'm going to watch that in the UK. Because I'm going to be over there.
June 8th. Thank you, Ashley. That's actually way
June 8th.
sooner than I thought it was going to be, to be honest with you. June 8th.
That's what I remember. Like it was like something like that. June something. Yeah. But yeah, and then Thor, and then we're gonna get Black Panther this year, I believe.
Are we?
I think so.
I honestly have no idea at this point. When it comes to the movies, I'm like, I'll wait and find out when they're actually coming out.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get in October, maybe
22
or November.
Marvel slate.
And then Ant-Man and the Marvels swapped dates, and Ant-Man is now coming out in February, and the Marvels are gonna coming out in
Moon Knight, we have
July.
that.
Yeah.
It's Doctor Strange. That's today, technically speaking.
Yeah. Yes.
Miss Marvel, June 8th. Thank you, Ashley.
Yes. Thank you, Ashley.
Thor: Love and Thunder is July 8th.
July 8th. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Wakanda Forever is out on the 11th of November.
Yeah. There you go. That's what I remembered. That's going to be the last Marvel we're getting this year.
And then we get She-Hulk. Apparently, we're getting She-Hulk this year.
Are we? Is
According
it coming
to this
out
Variety
this year?
article, yeah.
Then we're gonna get She-Hulk as
It
well.
doesn't, and the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
Oh yes, I will forget about that.
Yes, and then you're right. Ant-Man and the Wasp is in February.
Yes.
And then Guardians 3 is next May.
I can't wait for Guardians.
And then
So
what the
excited.
fuck is the Marvels?
The Marvels is Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau, and Miss Marvel.
Okay, that makes sense.
So it's the three of them. It's very nice.
There's just so many.
So many. The universe is opening up. The big time.
Armor
big
Wars
time.
doesn't have a date yet. And yeah, it's
one?
undated. Armor Wars.
Yeah, it doesn't have a date yet. Yeah.
Echo, which is
Echo is just started filming. I saw that today. He just started filming, and
Definitive American superhero. That's very fun.
yes.
And then
There's something-
Ironheart, who's going to be
Ironheart.
introduced in the new.
Black Panther movie.
Oh my god, it just keeps going.
Yeah.
Chill. I think you guys can chill out a bit.
No, don't Don't listen to Katie. Listen to me. Just go on. They are planning out the
Don't
next
need
10
any more
years.
money. You have enough.
I don't care. I want Marvel. You know, it's always good to watch a Marvel movie. Well, for me at least. But yeah, we're gonna have a lot of things to look forward to in the future, that's for sure. Next week we're gonna have Erica joining us. We're gonna write an article together about Doctor Strange, and then she's gonna come and talk about Doctor Strange with us. So it's gonna be Doctor Strange filled days for me, for Katie as well. She will finally watch the first one.
I'm gonna do it. I've got
There you
to,
go.
obviously.
and then yes.
What if I just didn't? I just went into it entirely blind and went, I have no idea what's going on.
Oh god.
I'm not going to. I just thought it was funny.
Nah. don't joke about this again.
It's not that serious.
It is. And then in May, oh god, yeah. I'm very sad about May because Ray-Ban Kenobi comes out. I won't be able to watch it. I have to wait an extra 2 days to watch it. So if someone spoils it for me, I'll find you. Just saying.
You still got to pivot. Pivot, because technically it's still kind of on task, but like a little bit different. You've got 2 seasons of The Umbrella Academy to watch before the 3rd season drops in June.
That's true. I will
and they've been releasing pictures.
I know you've been sharing them like crazy.
I'm so happy. I've missed my kids.
I know you did. I will watch it. I will catch up on it. I will just push the bad memories away and just watch it.
The show is the show. That's it.
I know. It's just my brain. You know how weird it is.
I know. That's not just your brain. That's just how brains work. They make associations. But I love it so much, and you have to join me in it.
I will do that. I will watch it. I promise. So I will. I always keep my promises.
The thing about it is that the day that comes out, it's my last week of work. I finish, it comes out on the 22nd. I finish on the 24th. I technically have the 23rd off because I'm going to a gig that day. But it means that I'm not going to be able to watch the 3rd season on the day it comes out. No. So I'm like, if anybody spoils anything to me, I am going to lose
very
it.
Angry. It's going to be very angry.
It's been 2 years. I've missed them.
There you go. I know that feeling. My kids, well, that sounds weird. They're not my kids. My heroes are coming back to the big screen with Jurassic World Dominion. So I'm like,
listen,
you know,
all of the Umbrella Academy kids are 30. I'm decidedly younger than them. They're still my children.
Then I decided they are my children in Jurassic World as well. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I also decided that I'm going to talk with my friend at the cinema because I want to watch it in complete silence. Just me. Maybe my brother can come and just.
You're going to have the whole theatre to yourself? Yeah,
I will pay the price for it.
Wow.
I don't care. I will. I need, because, okay, what I love about the UK cinemas, just so you know, is that there's, once the movie starts, fucking quiet. I never had a bad experience in London, like not once. And I've been in like big theaters, small theaters, whatnot. It was always quiet. I appreciate that.
I just keep getting. I don't have people I don't have people being rude. What I have is old men not understanding that they shouldn't be talking as loudly as they do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, could you just shush?
I didn't have that in London, so I'm like, I was very happy with my London experiences when it came to cinema. Here, every fucking time I have to scold someone to shut the fuck up, or I'm gonna get them removed from the theater. I'm very angry when it comes to movies. Okay, you need to shut up.
Yeah, I just keep getting old men who talk too loudly, or just like, not even necessarily. It is primarily old men, but there's been a couple old women as well. Nobody young is what I mean.
Yeah, That's the one. That's the one.
Apart from a child, there was a child at one point that was, but like it wasn't too bad. But
I
I
did
tend to try
remember the
and
child. Yeah.
I tend to I try to go at times where I feel like it's going to be less busy. Like if I can, I'll go in the middle of the day in a week
That's me as well.
because
Yeah.
it's like then there's less people. Hopefully, there's less people
Yep.
around. But I'm going at 8:30 on Sunday night.
It's gonna be a lot of people there.
But hopefully, not too many children. That was more what I was going for.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you might get lucky with
I
it.
mean, the cinema was pretty packed when I booked the ticket, but the hope is, yeah. The only I guess the only thing that is disappointing, I guess, is that you don't get moments like people were talking about when they saw Endgame for the first time and people were like cheering for
Yeah.
things that happen. Nothing like that happened when we saw Endgame or No Way Home or anything like that. It was more me just like trying not to cry too loudly.
I did have it with No Way Home and Endgame as well. Endgame was I watched Endgame. I couldn't watch it before the premiere, so at midnight, because I had to work. It was fun. I was so sad. I was supposed to be going with my friend Elliot.
We know Elliot.
Guys, you know Elliot. And then I had to cancel because my boss decided that I have to work on that day. It's like, fuck yeah. So I went to the very early screening, earliest after that, which was like 9 a.m. So there weren't many of us. Like there was like maybe 30 people, which is like, even for a 9 a.m. that was nice. But we all went with the big scenes and whatnot. We all went, yay! And we cried together.
I saw it. I saw it a good few days after it came out. I mean, it might have been technically speaking like a week later, actually.
Yeah.
When it came to Endgame, because I saw it with my family. So then that can be a sense of we have to kind of corral and make sure everybody's like actually free and wants to go at the same time. So I think we went it took us a bit for us to go see Endgame. So by that point, I mean there was still lots of people there, but yeah, it wasn't like there wasn't like diehard fans. I think it was mostly families. I think that was the big thing. It was a lot of kids. So yeah, you don't get the same sort of experience. It's not a lot of people who are actually that invested. It's just sort of kids who are enjoying things being blown up.
Fair. That's fair.
Which enjoy, but which is why it was like having me in the corner weeping at the end and trying really hard not to sob loudly.
Oh god, yeah, that was me as well. I was like, but then that was like the well, everyone was cheering during the scene, the big scene and whatnot, and then I am Iron Man, and then suddenly the whole cinema went
quiet.
And I could hear that I wasn't the only one who went like I could hear all around me just people going, oh god, no. And we were just crying all together, which was nice. I was like, yes, I'm not the only one. So yeah, that was a fun experience. I like experiences like this. I always say this is my favorite example that A Quiet Place, everyone was just like, you could have dropped the penny and it would have been as loud as a bomb because everyone was just like in silence. Like you felt that movie, the atmosphere and everything so beautifully that it made everyone go, shut the fuck up. And it was beautiful. That's all I ask.
The only time I felt that, and it's the thing is, I don't like the Odeon. Just to put that out there, I'm not a fan of the Odeon. I don't like the sort of very corporate, multiplex way it feels. It feels very impersonal. I think I am spoiled by the fact that my local cinema is quite small. Because it's an independent cinema. So going to the Odeon after going to my local is a bit like, this is very big and they're also never loud enough.
Fair. Fair point.
But when we saw I saw Mission Impossible Rogue Nation with my family, and I think I've spoken about this before, but it's one of my favorite moments I've
Yeah.
ever had in a cinema. Is like the kind of the peak of that movie. There's a moment where all the sound goes out of the film, like it goes fully silent, and it was like the entire like theater just held their breath. I was like, I've never heard a theater this big, this quiet before, and it was just this sort of, it was like a proper um like the roller coaster cresting moment
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
everybody just kind of went, and then it went off, and it was like, oh, that was really good, and I still think about it. It's been like
Yeah.
7 years, and I'm like, that was such a good moment. That's a great film.
That's true. That's true.
Hi,
Yeah.
Sean. I think we're about to wrap up.
Yep.
I'm so sorry.
Whoops. Sorry, I went off. Wait.
Come
Come on.
back. There you go.
There we go. Yeah. Before we go, here's a little sneak peek. I don't like to do this, but
Oh, very nice.
it's coming
It's
together.
it's coming along.
It's coming along. It's a very slow process. I don't have time. Maybe this weekend. I'm hoping this weekend I can finish it. And this is the last one. That's just, I'm so proud of myself. I was like, I will draw, I don't know, 10 more. And then I realized it today that I'm not going to draw 10 more until the end of May. I'm just going to finish this and be happy.
Good. Good for you.
Thank you. I'm so proud of myself. If you're new here, I'm a perfectionist and I'm like, I want to do everything all at once, even though I can't. And it's hard to accept. But I'm getting there. Nice and slow. But yeah, anyway, this was us.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. We always love to see you guys, even though my YouTube is not open. So it's Katie who loves to see you and read your comments. But I will catch up on your comments as well. And then next week we're going to talk about Doctor Strange. So
that
watch
won't be
it.
live. It will just be a
That
normal
won't be live.
video.
Yes.
We only did it live today because obviously the last
Because
episode
work.
yesterday, and
Yes.
also work.
Yeah.
Because Lily has what I can only equate to about 4 jobs currently,
Something like that, yes. So
and she's imposed at least 3 of them on herself.
I'm no comment. Yeah. But so if you don't want to get spoiled about Doctor Strange, watch it until next Thursday, and then you can
Also,
join us.
it'll just be on YouTube, so you can just watch it whenever the hell you like.
Katie,
But like, I mean, come on.
we need people to watch us. Also, thank you for the lovely comments and everything, and the views.
Yes.
And the love for Jason on our latest episode.
That was delightful.
Yes, it was so good. Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe and like this. And what do they have to do? And comment and
Share with friends.
yes, and just
Rate us on Spotify.
yes, very important. We need to go up. They're doing very well on Spotify, so thank you for
Oh,
that.
I think I keep accidentally opening my disk drive. I was like, what the fuck is that noise?
There you go. We were a bit tired today. Hope you can understand, guys. It happens.
I'm on day 3 of my job. Day 3.
and it's 10 p.m. Well, 10:30 p.m. here. So I'm like,
We
I'm
should
good.
let Lily go to bed.
Yes.
I'm going to go watch Under the Banner of Heaven.
And I'm gonna
Go watch
sleep.
Moon Knight if you haven't.
Yes.
On a slightly related note, if you like Moon Knight, you may also like Mr. Robot. I'm just putting that out there because not enough people watch Mr. Robot, and it was fucking brilliant.
Fair. That's a fair point. And yeah, and just take care. Love you all.